Hey everybody, this is Derek for Shoreless Skies, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Nova Burn. Now, if you've watched the other How to Play video, or if you have been following the game at all, or if you already bought it, first of all, thank you. You already know that this is the tabletop shmup game that emulates classic shooter video game action. And if you have watched that other video, I showed you how to play using a virtual tabletop with some of the downloadable materials that is free at shorelessskies.com. But today I'm going to teach you how to play just using pencil, blooper, and the book, and of course one six-sided die. I got my dice tray here, I've got my die, and the reason why I want to show you how to play this way rather than using tokens or coins or other game bits and scraps you got laying around is because one of the goals with this game was to create something that you could play while you're on the go that's kind of self-contained, almost like an activity book. And so if you are playing somewhere, traveling or whatever, and you've just got the book and maybe a die or like an app on your phone that has die, that's really all that you need to play. So let's start with stage one. We'll just play one round just to kind of show you how it's done and give you something to go on. What I've done first of all is inputted all of my ship's information into the computer. All of this is found on page 12, and I've chosen the Dark Flame, which has a speed of 2 in case you can't see that very clearly, the shoot power of 1d6 plus 2, a dodge of 2d6, and a max target of 1 because of its weapon. It also has 1 shield, so I've shaded in the 1 box, and I'll check that off if I do take a hit. First thing we got to do before the enemies show up is place our ship. So like I said, you could, I guess, even print off the tokens from the play material. You could use a paper clip, a bean, whatever you got laying around. But if you don't have any of those things, it works perfectly well with just a pencil. And when you are playing, you can choose to place your ship randomly by rolling 1d6, or you can just pick a spot here on row number 6. So I'm just going to put my ship here in the middle by making a light X mark. And I'm making it light because, well, maybe I shouldn't be making it light because you probably can't see it too well. But I'm making it light so I can erase it very easily and so that the page kind of lasts a while. If you're a bit more heavy-handed and you've worn out your book, included in the free play materials at shorelessskies.com is a printable sheet that you can use to play on the table if your book's a little bit worn out. Or if you didn't buy a book, you can just print that off and play for free. So I've placed my ship. The next thing I have to do is to generate the enemy wave. And the rules here in stage 1 is telling me that I need to generate 1d6 ambusher. The ambusher is a 1-1, and a 1-1 means they have 1 hit point and they generate 1 shot per turn. So I'm going to roll my 1d6 to see how many bad guys we're going to have to deal with today. I have rolled a 3, so I'm going to place 3 guys. And again, you could do this randomly by rolling 1d6 again, or just place them. For the sake of ease, I'm just going to place them right there in the middle. And each enemy has a symbol to represent it. Typically, it's the first letter of their name. So that's the case for the ambusher. So I'm going to write a letter A here, and here, and here. And then I'm going to write 1 in this little box to remind me how many hit points they have. Very good. So I've got my enemies placed. I've got my ship placed. And the next thing I'm going to do is create my bullet pattern. And the way I do that is by totaling up the number of shots. These guys are all 1-1, so they generate 1 shot. There's 3 of them, which means 3 shots are going to be placed this round. So to place them on the grid, I roll 2d6 or 1d6 2 times, as is the case here. So for the first shot, I rolled a 3 and 6. So that goes column 3, row 6, right on top of me. So right off the bat, I think this happened in the other video as well. Right off the bat, I have to make a dodge check. The shot will not be placed because your ship cannot occupy the same space as a shot or as an enemy. So it's going to be canceled, but I still have to make my first dodge check. So to do that, I roll 1d6. And if I roll a 4, 5, or 6, I get it. That did not hit, so I get to roll again because luckily the Dark Flame is a fast ship. So I get to roll again to see if I dodge, and I have rolled a 4, so we are in the clear. Now we're going to finish creating our bullet pattern, which is going to be relatively small this round. So I roll again. We got a 4 and a 3, so a 4, 3. I'm going to put a little star here to show that that is where the shot is. You can put whatever you want. There's not really a rule about what you need to draw, but a star is just easy enough for me. And for my last shot, we're going to roll again. We got a 5 and a 3. So the last one's going to go right next to his friend there. So what this now means is that the 2 spaces with the shot and all the spaces around them, so boop, beep, boop, bop, bop, boop, those are all threatened now. Not diagonally, just up, down, left, right. So luckily, I don't have to go near these guys if I don't want to. Since it is my turn, I can begin to make that choice. When it is your turn, you can move and shoot, or shoot and then move. I see no reason to shoot first, so I'm going to go ahead and move. I get to move 2 spaces as the Dark Flame because it is a fast ship. And so I'm going to move here, and then I think I'll go ahead and move here because this spot is not threatened either. And because I'm not using a token, I just erase the mark I made before, move 2 spaces, and make another X to show that that's where my ship is. Very good. And now I get to shoot. The Dark Flame always fires 1d6 plus 1. Unfortunately, I can only hit 1 target, but I know I'm going to take him out because I've always got that +1. So I rolled a 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, and I can only shoot in this column, and so this enemy, this ambusher right in front of me, is now destroyed. So the good news is I do not have to deal with him, I just get to erase him. That's the end of my first turn, so I'm going to make a tick mark for the turn, and I'm going to make a little hash mark here to show that I took 1 guy out so that I can put my kill count together and add that to my score later. And then I'll simply proceed to the next round. After I complete this wave by destroying all the enemies and or getting to row 0, I'll erase everything and then continue on with waves 2, 3, and 4, and then proceed to the next stage of the game. So that's the basics of how to play Nova Burn using just pencil and paper. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you check it out if you haven't yet. As I said, the PDF is free. Book's only $5 on drivethrurpg.com. There are links in the doobly-doo. And hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any questions, if there's anything I missed or forgot or did not explain clearly, do let me know. I'll be happy to tell you how to do that. Thanks, guys.